Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Sunday, August 10th, 2025. Grand day to you, grand rising. Hope all is well. This is my third video for today. It's been trying to upload on YouTube has been taking a long time. So I record like the past couple of days, I recorded on that day, but it doesn't upload to the next day, which is pretty crazy. So hopefully these will all upload today. And before I start, I am not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator and my spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep it divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator and our spiritual team. This is a non-judgment zone. We do not judge over here. It's a healing zone, a zen zone, a creative zone for the journey, whoever needs it. But we do not judge. We just go with the flow of the message. Excuse me. Spiritual burp. Yes. No judging. I'm not sure if I said this, but if the Cinderella slipper don't fit, don't force it. Don't eat the food on the plate if you don't like it. I may not be the reader for you. So find the reader best for you. Did I say that? Sometimes, again, this is my third message, so forgive me. But your free will, intuition are key factors. And let's go ahead and dive in. The last video I did, so the first video was like the universal vibe of the world, collective world with the intense density that's happening. That was the first message. A general overall collective energy. This, and then my second message was about a divine masculine energy that came through. So it's a divine masculine reading more so, but a feminine energy of a high priestess came out in that message. 2 cards came out from 2 separate decks, and the cards were high priestess. So as I was putting the cards away, the third deck that I used in that reading, I was shuffling it afterwards and I saw the High Priestess card again. I'm like, well, damn. So these 2 High Priestess cards came out in the actual message with a divine masculine energy. It's basically saying like a divine masculine emperor energy, something about them missing out on their High Priestess. I'm not sure what the title is at this moment during this recording, but it'll have divine masculine or false emperor or something like that missing out on their high priestess. So those were the 2 high priest cards that came out. Then as I was afterwards shut the video off and shuffling to put away my cards, that's when I saw this high priestess card. So I'm like, okay, high priestess, we already going into a feminine energy because I said I was going to do a feminine energy reading. So to see those cards, it just kind of stood out to me like this is definitely a high priestess energy. With that being said, high priestess, this is a time of like you really stepped up here. And it's been draining. It's been overwhelming. It's been also exciting and feeling like empowered within yourself. It's been uplifting, even though things seem like they're heavy. You still have like this uplifted vibe about yourself. And that's the beauty of who you are, which is, you know, a lot of people can't stomach what you've been through and how you hold yourself up. And feminine energy can be male, female, however you identify yourself. We're just going with the flow of the energy, okay? So you can resonate to this. So then it was these card decks. I said I was going to end up using. Okay, that one's probably going to definitely be used. This particular deck that I have from these I have like a lot of decks from this one artist. So I may use majority of her cards during this message. So I'm being called to use like all of her cards. What's this? Ah, Champagne Tower. This is the wedding card. So a High Priestess. This is the wedding deck. It says spring wedding. Tie the knot. So a High Priestess, I mean, you could be making a commitment and tying a knot with somebody and starting a family. I'm here after all of this. You might wonder, like, where's my prince and my knight shining armor, my prince charming? Yeah, I'm here. Where's my prince charming, my knight in shining armor? Some of you may feel that way, or some of you may have met this person, or will be meeting this person. Because you got High Priestess from 3 different decks. And that tells me that you really have been passing tests and elevating yourself. And staying focused on traditional tying the knot and having a traditional family. And sometimes it could be a blended family, and that's cool. But you're all about unity here. Tie the knot. As a part of the ceremony, couple ties fabric into a knot to symbolize their unity. Spring wedding. Weddings occurring during the months of March, April, and May. Hey, you could be coming up on a spring wedding. Because as you spring forward, this wedding could be something that just springs forward out of nowhere. Family. Marriages create stable families when 2 are joined together. Yeah. People have to respect this. If somebody tries to untie this knot, see, look, eloping. You might just elope. You might elope because some people have tried to untie this knot, or some people might want to untie it before you even say I do. Forget the formalities. Let's get married today. Just me and you. Yeah. It's somebody that you probably want to marry, and y'all might just elope. Let's just tie the knot and elope, okay? I'm going to shuffle and get another message from this deck, and then we're going to move to the next deck. Okay, Spirit, what else we got for the Divine Collective High Priestess out here? Hydronages, if I pronounced that incorrectly, I know I probably did. They're a type of flower, and it says the white Andrea symbolizes grace and beauty, signifying spiritual values. See, your spiritual values. You, I'm hearing you tied the knot with your spirituality. That's why this High Priestess energy is showing up 3 times, because you're very, very spiritual being. You're like a beacon of light in the spiritual world as a spiritual leader in the spiritual community. Your words are bringing light and awakening. I'm hearing, you know, like when you think about light, when it gets early outside, people start to wake up during the morning. I don't even want to say morning because we just had a message about that. But as the sun rises, instead of thinking of morning, you're bringing light to people and waking them up. So we wake up with the light of the sun, and so you're bringing light to people and they're waking up. So you're like the sun out here, truly a sunshine here. Okay, Spirit, what else we got? All right, Spirit. Oh, hold on. They're telling me to equal out. Let me get one more. Okay, the wedding band represents commitment and eternal love to your spouse. somebody really has eternal love for you, or whatever you're committed to. I'm hearing it's going to be wrapped around your finger. Like you wrap, like it fits like a wedding band perfectly. Whatever you're committing to, or whoever you commit to, you're not playing about it. And I'm hearing this person not playing about you. Oh my God, look at this. Overcommitting to the community. You could have been overcommitting to a community as well as a high priestess. Wow. You could have been overcommitting. You can't fix everything. You don't owe your entire being to the cause. Take care of yourself too. Your high priestess qualities. You could have been overcommitting to a community as a high priestess. Yeah, because you have this wedding band and it says represents commitment and eternal love to your spouse. So spouse, yes. You were committing to like a community, like you were married to it. That's what I'm receiving. Okay, Spirit. And it was like your family. Like you were committed to this community as a high priestess. Because you saw them as family and you tied the knot with these people. And things sprung forward. Like you felt like things were blossoming in this community possibly. Okay, Spirit, so that's where it's going. And then you had to elope and do your own thing because of your spiritual values. And you started to commit elsewhere as a high priestess. This community that you're overcommitting to, I'm hearing they need your commitment again, or they need your high priestess insight to tie some things together. Because you're the one that tied the knot, and they never thought that you would untie it. But it's like with a shoe. If you got one shoelace and you ain't got the other shoelace, you can't really tie that shoe together unless you get creative with it. Wait, shoelace. I don't know why I'm thinking about shoelace, because shoelaces, they just have one shoestring, right? And I'm getting like you got somebody with a shoestring that can't even go through the whole shoe to tie it. So it's just like this person never thought that you would untie this knot with them, or this community, whoever this is, these people. You set boundaries. It says setting boundaries with elders. Some of them could have been your elders or a little older than you, but you had to just set boundaries. Respect is mutual. You can love your elders and still say, I won't tolerate that. And the community could have been overcommitted to your family, to your elders, to your cousins. Look at this. Cousins and frenemies. You could have been overcommitting. Look at all these people. Look at all these women looking. It's just like, why are people this way? You know, it says not everybody with your bloodline is family. You already got the family card that showed up here. Not everybody in your with your bloodline is family. Protect your peace, even if that means loving from a distance. Yeah, you are overcommitting to frenemies, cousins, a lover, your elders, your community. And then you start loving people from a distance and eloping into your own thing as a high priestess. That is what I'm receiving. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Sibling rivalries. Earlier today, with the first video that I posted, it was about, again, I think it's called your spiritual intelligence trumps over spiritual demonic leaders and cults. And so in that, I heard sibling rivalry, but then I heard spiritual rivalry. So you have a lot of people that are in competition with your spirit. They could be siblings. And or they just could be cousins, frenemies, or the community, or your elders, or people that you have connected to and committed to. I'm hearing spiritual rivalries. There's a high priestess who's elevated, and people, you realize that you have spiritual rivalries. It's crazy. And these are people that you saw as siblings, or were really real people that you looked up to, possibly as your elder as well. Competition has no place in sisterhood. Heal what's broken, or choose peace from a distance. Again, you still gotta, it says, or choose peace from a distance. This is a high priestess that has elevated and has chosen peace from a distance. Like, you didn't even say anything, you just chose peace and walked away, and you kept your distance. But you not saying anything is making people realize your boundaries, but they also feel like you're a frenemy or something. How did this person untie the knot with me? When I thought we was tied together for eternity, how did they tie their knot? I thought we was united. I thought we were one. I thought we were committed. But they're committed. Their commitment to you was actually competition and spiritual rivalry with you. That's the harsh part, and that's why you have shown up 3 times, because you keep rising and elevating each time someone comes at you with some rivalry energy. It says supporting Black businesses. Maybe you have created your own business and you're going to get more support. We support each other. We all win. Circulate that dollar with intention. You could have supported this person's business. You said, because you was like, we can support, when we support each other, we all win. You were like, we supporting each other, we all winning. But then again, they had some spiritual rivalry with you, or sibling rivalry. And you were supporting someone's business or someone's life and overcommitting here as a high priestess. So this person, even if you have actually tied the knot and started a family, or eloped, or made a commitment in a love union, your spiritual values, you're not even talking about it. Like, you're really on a hush hush, on a low low, because of this, what you found out, that these people are only committing to you to compete with you, and to block your manifestation, and to cause, I'm hearing clogged, and to clog your portal. Oh shit. Okay, Spirit, I see what you're saying. So there's a high priestess here that people try to clog your portal from activating with this manifestation block, and with this Black excellence fatigue. See, they wanted you to overcommit with them as you block yourself. Manifestation block. Faith without action won't get you there. Align your energy. Move with intention. Calm in what's already yours. So, this person has clogged. They wanted to clog your manifestation. People really out here still trying to do that. Like, I'm hearing they're still trying to do it. Hold on, guys. People are really out here clogging your manifestation, so you can hold on to the pain, and so you can have a burnout over and over and over and over and over again. So you can feel fatigue all the time and be the high priestess that they need. Commit to them. Overachieve for them. Overlove them. You are enough as you are. Rest is a right, not a reward. Excellence does not require exhaustion. So she's in a library. Maybe being around books is going to be helpful for you in this time. Reading, studying. connecting with the source, understanding your Akashic knowledge, demonstrating Akashic behavior. I'm hearing something about how you behave. You've behaved in a manner that nobody ever thought you would, because they used to you behaving to their being under their spell, or being like a yes man, yes woman type of person, a yes sir, yes captain, following orders. As a high priestess, it was crazy because these people have met you as a high priestess before you knew you were a high priestess. Like, they actually met you as a high priestess before you actually knew you were a high priestess. Again, this is the feminine energy, so take it as it resonates. And as they met you as a high priestess, you could have been like, before you were aware and woke, you just knew, I want to help people. So yes, I can do this. Yes, we can schedule that. Yes, I'll go here. Yes, I can do that. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Oh, don't worry about it. I got it. Again, thank you, Spirit. Overcommitting to the community. You can't fix everything. You don't owe your entire being to the cause. Take care of yourself too. Okay? So you have to set those boundaries with these elders. And sometimes you were saying yes to the elders because you didn't want to make them feel disrespected if you said no. Or you hold to yourself. And I don't want to say that to them because I don't want to ruffle feathers. But then it's like, is it okay for them to keep treating you however way they were treating you, or approaching a situation how they were approaching it? Was it fair? Was it unfair? You bring justice to injustice, whether it's a conversation or a situation. And so for you and your spiritual high priestess knowledge, if you get fatigue, you still are trying. Like this lady, she's in the library, she's falling asleep, but she's still studying. She still looked beautiful, dressed up, did her hair, came out. She got all these books she got to read, and she still shows up. You still show up for other people as you overcommitted. You were still showing up. Thank you, Spirit. And it was causing mental blockages, manifestation blockages, abundance blockages, like financial abundance, creative blocks, even spiritual blocks. Your spiritual eye was being used, I'm hearing, utilized, and vandalized. I'm hearing vandalized, like vandalism. Some people created vandalism on your spiritual eye. What? Some people created vandalism on your spiritual eye? What the fuck? Let me, excuse my language, y'all. Because I'm hearing vandalism. So vandalism is action involving deliberate destruction of or damage to public or private property. Somebody wanted to cause damage to your spiritual third eye, which is your private sanction, like sanctuary. They vandalized it. They wanted you to overcommit. They wanted you to be the overseer of their excellence. They wanted you to hold on to pain. They wanted you to burn out so you wouldn't tap in to your own manifestations. But see, you rizzed up. You kept rising and rising as a high priestess. And you rised into your calling. And that's what you're committed to. And your calling is bringing you eternal life. Ignoring doctor visits and reproductive health. So this card I keep seeing, and I know for myself, I'm supposed to have been made a doctor visit, and I didn't, because I'm really skeptical about where I go. I need to actually find a good one in my area. But I'm very particular this time when I go to the doctor next time, because next time I go to the doctor, I want a doctor that actually feels like they care, that I'm actually a patient and not just a number to hurry up and get them through the day, to pay their bills. No, treat me, look at my health, and actually be serious. If any of y'all live in Atlanta or Georgia area, the north, south, just please, you can inbox me if you have like a real doctor, preferably African American for myself, because I want somebody that is in my cultural background when I go be seen at the doctor. So anyway, that's just my preference. But you could be ignoring doctor visits for a particular reason. That could be a reason. So it's not that I'm ignoring a doctor visit. I'm just really skeptical about the next time I go to the doctor. Don't just tell me something to get me out the door. Take time. Sit with me. Let me know what's really going on. So maybe and a doctor visit could also be like therapy, behavior health, mental health. It don't actually have to be your physical health. It could be a lot. Mental health is a big thing right now. It could be your reproductive health as well, because we got reproductive health. Your body, your choice, your health, prioritize it. So yeah, it's about prioritizing yourself. Prevention is power. Your health matters. Your future self depends on you to show up today. So yeah, medical results. Sometimes we don't want to hear the medical results. And I know that I don't care to hear medical results, but it's always helpful. So that could be something. Maybe your fatigue could be a sign of going to the doctor. Maybe you need some B12, some energy boost. Maybe you need some nutrition advice to help boost your energy. But as long as you can be blocked and hold on to pain and be burnt out, look at this. See, the fatigue can turn into a burnout. Now she just feel like, oh my God, I've been falling asleep at my desk. Now I am burnt out because I have not got any rest. And so when it comes to you, you're over here showing up for them people or that person, looking at your Akashic knowledge, giving your high priestess insight, but you're falling asleep. But then when you get back to your spot, you feel burnt out. You can't even focus on anything you got going on, which is why this manifestation block shows up, to keep you holding on to pain. Holding on to pain. You don't owe your pain a lifelong commitment. Let that hurt go before it takes up permanent space. So see, they wanted this pain to take up permanent space and burn you out, and for you to ignore what you need to pay attention to. I mean, your spiritual health too. Ignoring doctor visits, it can also be like ignoring your spiritual health. You had to do a spiritual cleanse. Again, your spiritual values with this flower, High Andreas. I think that's how you pronounce it. It says this signifies spiritual values. Yep. You got burnt out. Look, toxic work environment. You was doing all the work. That job ain't worth your mental health. See? Start looking for your exit strategy. You had to, I'm telling you, you eloped, you exit stage left out of something unhealthy for your mental ability. This community could have had a very unhealthy approach to you. They had spiritual competition with you, which is crazy, because if you're on the same spiritual mission, you didn't understand why why this toxic energy came up. Some people, I'm telling you, are high priestess that people never thought would rise up to the occasion. And whatever you're studying on, I'm telling you, you are doing it. Because you could feel burnt out, but you know that you got something excellent to put onto this earth. And that's why your health is unimportant, because Spirit wants you to know, hey, this is your health. Your health is your wealth. And time on this earth, being healthy could prolong your time on the earth. Even though we don't know the day or the hour, but that could still help prolong your life source so you can pursue your spiritual mission. Okay, so what I'm also receiving. So yeah, if anybody do know a doctor, African American, preference for myself, okay, female, if not, that's cool. In the Atlanta area, I would love to hear it. Y'all can always message me. Okay, oh, look at this. You could have been trusting the wrong family or the wrong people. Look, family drama. Look, we got family showing up again. Family, and then again, not everyone with your bloodline is family on the cousins and frenemies card. Because you realize that your family is drama. You realize this workforce that felt like family was drama. Not everyone deserves access to you. Watch who you let in and share information with. Yeah, you elope. You've eloped and gone on about your business. You ain't dealing with the family drama, the family tension. You give love and light, but you're not engaging in this conversations of drama no more, or playing telephone, or just talking to people in your family. Maybe you just don't care to. I ain't gonna lie, I've been through a lot of shit in my personal life on this spiritual journey to where my silence might offend somebody. If my silence offends you, I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is I'm going through some shit in the spiritual realm that you can't see, or you don't. Even if you can see it, do you understand what is really done? Because some of your family is very spiritual too. Some of your family members or the people that you hung with, this community could have been spiritual community. This lover could have been spiritual, whoever this person is. But there was some drama that always fell after it. Why? You don't have to entertain every toxic conversation. Yep, silence is also an answer. Exactly. So the fact that you don't talk, you keep your peace at a distance. You don't entertain. I'm here intertwine and entertain together. You don't entertain the drama no more. And you just over here celebrating your wins and reclaiming your time. You see what I mean? You always show up for everybody else. Yep. You always show up for everybody else. Why not show up for yourself? Clap for yourself. You earned it. Telling you, you earned it. The blocks, they tried to block you. They tried to stop you. They tried to burn you out. They tried to make you have fatigue. They try to keep you holding on to pain, ignoring your health or your doctor visits, or burning you out from even making time to go to the doctor, keeping you intertwined with the family drama instead of celebrating your wins. But now you remove the block and you are celebrating your wins and you're reclaiming your time. Your time is yours. Stop letting people book it for free. If you're a reader out there, your spiritual high priestess, because I did hear that earlier, some people wanted your spiritual high priest qualities to carry them on, to keep them afloat, to keep them as the seer of the universe, to keep them in tune with source. They needed you to fuel and food, feed them and fuel them up. They needed to get full off of you, off of your high priestess insight. And it was doing it for free. And now it says, stop letting people book it for free. You set those boundaries. You were carrying all that generational wealth. I love seeing this card in this deck. Because you were, and you still do carry generational wealth. Now you're just more polished and knowledgeable about how to carry it, how to wear it, how to help it heal, how to also reclaim your time, how to keep those boundaries up. Generational wealth. You are the one doing the work, the healing, and the unlearning. It's hard, but your ancestors are so proud. They're so proud of you because you have carried this generational weight and became a high priestess. So again, high priestess, high priestess, high priestess. You are a high priestess out here, divine collectives, who has outgrown and is outgrowing old habits and beliefs. Evolving doesn't mean you're disrespecting your roots. It means you're growing. Keep growing. And this is what I mean. You're not disrespecting people by having peace at a distance, but some people might see it as disrespectful. How could you want to tie the knot? That's disrespectful. How could you not want to talk about the family drama? That's disrespectful. How could you want to reclaim your time and not give us the freedom to access it at any time that we want? That's disrespectful. How could you keep carrying this generational weight and not let me put more on you? That's just disrespectful. How can you remove yourself from letting us burn you out with the generational weight? That's disrespectful. People wanted to burn you out with generational weight. I just had a video like last month, I think, but it said carrying the generational weight made you stronger to carry the generational wealth. And you got stronger from it. Now you're more wealthy, healthy, and since you're outgrowing old beliefs. But see, look, neglecting your health. You already had ignoring doctor visits. This could have been unhealthy for you as well. This family drama is unhealthy, I'm receiving. Take care of yourself. Your future self is counting on you to do better. Just like your future self depends on you to show up today. Prevention is power. Your health matters. So your future self is going to be happy that you stop neglecting your mental health, your creative health, your spiritual health, your physical health, your financial health. You're not neglecting it anymore because you're not blocked anymore by everybody else's wins or celebrations or commitments. Like, you've actually committed to yourself, even with supporting Black businesses. You could have been supporting someone's business, or just in general, you support other people. You still do, but now you do it. You do it with grace and while ensuring that it doesn't replace you celebrating your own wins. So even though you're celebrating other people, you do that with grace, but you ensure that it does not replace your wins in your life anymore. You've outgrown that. Yep, you've outgrown that. Look at this, overbearing relatives. See, you could have had some overbearing relatives that felt like they was the center of attention in your life, or feel like that they were supposed to know about everything in your life. Even if it's the toxic work environment. Oh, you're a high priestess. We need to know everything you know. They want to be near you, be under you, talk to you on the phone all the time, vent to you, or just for you to vent to them so they can know. They were overbearing. Family or not, boundaries exist for a reason. Protect your peace. Exactly. You're a high priestess that had to protect your peace from being attacked. And then you also have a failure of failure. See, you got burned out. And you, out of everybody who has been granted your energy, your presence in their life, they've been winning big because you overcommit, or because you just commit, period. You believe in them, you trust in them, and you birth life back into them. But for yourself, you might feel failure. Like, I fear failing. And so that's the crazy part, because like everything you touch turns to gold. You have like the modest touch. It turns to gold. Everything and everybody you touch and are around, it touches them to create gold. You're a gold mine find out here. You're a rare human being, earth angel out here. So for you to have all these creative talents, and this manifestation has been blocking that. Now you fear that you will fail. But no, you have the modest touch. So it says, what if you succeed? What if it actually works? You can stop doubting yourself and find out. Yeah, it's time to stop doubting yourself. That's why it's time to go to the doctor, talk about your energy, boost it. That's how you also protect it. Your energy has been drained for so long by energy vampires or people that deplete you, or because you've been overcommitting. Spiritual burp, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Well, all this family drama that has drained you, generational weight has drained you, has burnt you out, this toxic work environment, neglecting yourself, trusting people, the wrong people, and holding on to pain, all this family and commitment, and realizing like you got to set boundaries, and then going by yourself, doing a solo. I'm here solo YOLO. You only live once. I got to do this solo. Because you could have started with a committee. I'm hearing committee of people. But now you're solo. Because you've outgrown a lot of toxic energies. Social media comparison. Scrolling through somebody else's highlight reel will have you doubting your blessings. Focus on your journey. You're not even scrolling through to see what other people got going on, possibly. But other people might want to do that to you. Again, you had people seeing you on social media thinking, oh, well, Divine Collective, because if you are a reader, okay, or if you're creative or whatever you got going on, you're just happy to share your happiness. People see that as, oh, I got to compete with that. That's why this sibling rivalry, but then I heard spiritual rivalry shows up. And y'all could be on the same wave, but they will compare themselves to you. But see, if you're anybody like myself, and not to put nothing personal in this, but in the sense of, or should I say, however, in the sense of social media, I love social media, especially to put my messages out when I'm being called. I do it as I'm called, but then sometimes I'm just really not a poster, you know? I'm not a poster. So you may not be the poster child of social media. However, the media is socially talking about you. Or people social, they gather socially and they talk about you. Okay? And what you're doing, what you're not doing. Are you online? Have you seen this person? So you might not be the poster child of a movement or a trend or a high priestess, okay? You might not be the poster child of it. But one thing about it is, like, people still compare themselves to you. Like I said earlier, somebody could be married. Was it this message, or it could have been another message? It could have been a divine masculine. I don't know. But you got some people that are doing way better, got a whole life, got a family, but they would still compare themselves to you. It's crazy. I think it was this message. They will still compare themselves to you. So, procrastination, you could, again, that procrastination comes with that failure to, with that fear of failure. That thing you keep putting off, please do it. In the future, you will be so grateful that you did. So we got 3 cards that is telling you to show up for your future self. The ignoring doctor visits and neglecting your health. And now procrastination. So you could be a procrastinator. Maybe there's a vision. Spirit is like, I need you to post on social media and let people see, let them talk. They seeing and talking you anyway, or trying to find you anyway. Give them a show. You might have a fear of failure, but just do what you called here to do. If people want to play telephone and gossip and be frenemies and talk about your wins and feel a type of way because you're not committing to them anymore, you put up a boundary. If they don't understand what you've been through, there's no way that they can even talk about how you're responding to things. Because like I said, some family drama or some family members might be like, why they go silent? Because again, this card says you don't have to entertain every toxic conversation. Silence is also an answer. People with drama, they don't like silence. They want an answer. If they bring in some drama to you, they want you to reply with some more information so they can possibly add it, the fuel to the drama. You get what I'm saying? But when you're silent and you're not bringing drama energy or talking about the drama, they don't have no gas to keep fueling the fire with you, a high priestess. Now, they might go fuel the fire with some more cousins, family, frenemies, community, whatever, people, a lover. They could go fuel the fire over there, but it's different when it comes to you. They can't fuel the fire with you to keep you stuck. This family drama is over. And at least you over it. You're not committing to it anymore. You're committing to wherever else you got to do. See, shame from the past. You're not who you used to be. Release the shame and walk in your growth. Maybe it's something you had, you overcame something shameful. So maybe you were ashamed of yourself in some capacity, some situation, which is why you overgave to other people. But see, you've confronted that. You're not who you used to be, and you released the shame, and now you walk in your growth. And I love that for you. I don't think I'm going to get to each card deck, y'all. I'm being called to still use this card deck. So are these the only cards? I feel like I'm missing some. All right, Spirit, what else we got for the Divine Collective? For this message, for this card deck. Chronic worry. Overthinking won't prevent bad things from happening, but it will drain your peace. Trust yourself and trust the process. Family, future, health. Look, those are things we've been talking about on her shirt. Family, future, health. That's pretty much what she's worried about. Your family was a worry. You done seen the family card come out with the family drama. And the family card on the commitment. And then we got the cousins and frenemies, which is not everybody with your bloodline is family. So this family stuff has really made you, wonder about people. And then you got people that were like family, that were really overbearing just to try to stay connected with you. And so, yeah, you could have been people pleasing. I can't make this shit up. You were people pleasing. People pleasing left and right, right and left, up and down, sideways, backways, north, south, east, west. You was people pleasing all around the globe. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain or apologize for protecting your peace. We keep talking about protecting your peace. People don't realize, why did you go over there? Why are you acting that way? Because you're protecting your peace, because you're healing. Your high priestess energy, people don't know what you see, what you saw. And the crazy thing is, people have done things that they did right in front of you, or again, that that they've done. And they know, energetically, spiritually, they know that even if they did actually voice it to you and told you, or even if they didn't, their spirit knows that you know. But they'll act like, well, I don't know why the Divine Collective is keeping their peace and their distance. I don't know what I did. You do. Because you got people that wanted you to people please so that you would overcommit to them. But see, unprotected energy. I love that this card came out for this message. It's perfect. For those of you who have been watching this channel, you'll know this card is one of my favorites in this deck. And those of you who haven't, thank you so much for watching so far. Usually my videos tend to go to an hour. I try to not, but the message is what the message is. This is my third video, so that means I've been doing this for at least 3 hours. But anyway, you've protected yourself. You know what unprotected energy feels like. You've been around people that you thought you could protect yourself around, or that would protect you. But as you elevate into your high priest status, you realize not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Guard your spirit. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Guard your spirit. You have to guard your spirit, because protecting your peace made you guard your spirit. You got bodyguards around your spirit, boo. These people like, well, I don't know why Divine Collective. Well, because now they got a lot of bodyguards around them, because they're on a high frequency mission. And all this drama and all this competition, it don't exist up in their life. If you bring in drama, trauma, karma, competition, you unhealthiness, blockages on intentionally doing it. You got people that worked with you who you were elevating, and yes, they were elevating you, but to what degree of competing to hurt somebody? Oh, well, Divine Collective, they a little above me now. I don't like that, because they need to keep pleasing me. You high priestess, this divine feminine energy of a high priestess was like, nah. You went on a solo mission here. At least for this particular time frame. Because you had to protect your energy. Because you know what unprotected energy looks like. You had to guard your spirit. And not everyone deserves a seat at your table. You was like, I don't need to sit at nobody else's table. I don't need to overcommit at anybody else's table. I got to focus on my table. And that's what you did. Okay. Let me get another message before I end this reading. Oh, cool. I like these cards. The Moon Seeker Oracle. All right. We're going to get... Again, I did say I was going to try to use all her decks. I didn't even shuffle. I did say I was going to try to use all of her decks, but we'll see. It's almost an hour, so I'm probably not going to keep going. Look at, y'all, I cannot make this shit up. Look at this. Competition. Do you see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Choose environments where support and encouragement flourish. Avoid groups that do not uplift you. Yep. Old address. Look at this. Someone may be collecting info about you via mail sent to an old address. Act fast. Update info. Secure privacy. Monitor mail closely. So now you're about, some people are trying to look you up that want to compete with you. They'll try to go to your old address, find out information just to find out shit. Because you get all this attention to you. Jealousy is a shadow that only follows the shining stars. Your light attracts attention, and some might envy it. Keep shining. Don't let their shadows dim your glow. That's what I'm talking about. High Priestess, you had a lot of people that want to compete with you because you are a shining star. They wanted you to people please them. They wanted you to give them all the Akashic information, all your downloads. They wanted to know everything. They wanted you to support this. They wanted you to be around all the time and commit and trust them. Listen, hey, you can call me. I'm here for you. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're doing great, but never even comment on a post, like a post, nothing. I mean, not that matters. I mean, it should matter. But some of these people, it was like, oh, I am so proud of you, but are you liking my post? Or did you comment on it? Did you share it? That would be nice if you did. I'm just one of those people, like, that's why with social media, I don't really care for it. It's for me. My posts are for me, but I'm happy to inspire somebody else with it. But see, how I approach it is I'm inspiring somebody. How somebody else might approach it is, oh, I got to compete with that. Oh, I got to compare myself and compete. And you had these people literally competing with you after you giving your hard energy, pouring into them and depleting yourself and burning yourself out and procrastinating your own endeavors. So you had to you're transitioning from that. And in the midst of transitioning, it's hard to believe in yourself. Because if you feel like a relationship or people that it failed, maybe you were like, man, I thought we were really cool, but this fell apart because people were competing. And that could be a reason why you have a fear of failure, because connections in your life have fell apart due to competition. And you weren't seeing the actual, like, for example, let's say this person is a big artist, a well-known person in the world. You're not just in their life because they're this big, well-known person. You're in their life because you actually see them as family. You actually love them, support them. You actually want the best for them. You actually are healing. Like, you see it in a natural thing. You're just excited. Like, oh yeah, I got you. And sometimes it's not about I got you, you got me. You just like, I got you. I love you. Like, let's do this. You like to see people happy. You like to see people flourish. With a pure heart, you like to do that with a purity, pure intentions. So if that crumbles and fails and falls down and you realize, like, damn, it failed, you see that more of a failure than you procrastinating your own creativity. Does that make sense? Like, because you don't feel like you failed in your creativity, but it has been procrastinated because you've been focusing on the failure of these other connections, possibly, or you had to heal from the failure of these other connections to where you're still coming out of this, but it's still like a procrastination. But you're doing it, but you're studying. You know what I'm saying? But now the competition has been removed. So you're trying to figure out your footing. It's like a baby learning to walk again. And babies are determined. When a baby learn to walk, they determined. They're like, oh, I'm getting this. At every step, they get better, 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 better. It's like riding a bike. It's like driving a car. Even then, you got people who are not responsible, who walk, who drive cars. You know what I'm saying? So you still need fine tuning here and there. So I'm just proud of you, though, because you definitely have removed this competition. Yeah, sabotage. Somebody sabotaged. Yep. They sabotaged their relationship with you. Excuse me. Beware that someone may be plotting against your well-being, aiming to make you vulnerable and disrupt your progress and healing. I cannot. Somebody is trying to disrupt it because you healed and you evolved into your high priest status. You're on your high priestess mission. And you might be weird, but guess what? You figuring it out. I love it. Figuring it out and weird showing up. See, people figuring out that you actually are weird. People figuring out that, damn, she really is a high priestess. A weird high priestess at that. People are like, damn. And your weirdness is like a glow. Again, it's this attention. Weird, your interests have taken a different path than expected. Embrace evolution. It's a beautiful part of your journey. Then figuring out life is like climbing mountains. Some peaks are steep, others gentle, but each step is progress. That's just like I said, when a baby tries to walk. You see what I mean? Each step is a progress, because you're going to go through some mountains, some steep peaks, but also some gentle flat land too, as your confidence rises. Keep your head high, embrace your power, and shine bright. Your confidence is a statement and not a burden. You realize my high priestess value should not burden you. If anything, let me uplift you. Let's heal each other as you become a high priest, and as we birth other high priestess, other high priest in here. Like, it's not just about you. You're about everybody. That's why that failure, when a connection fails for you, it's hard. Because you see everybody in their high self. But that person has to eventually see that in themselves. So competition vibes are being dealt with. And other than that, I'm going to end it because it's almost an hour, just like my other videos. I'm going to come back with another message. If it did not resonate, don't force the fit. Okay? You can always thumbs it up as well. But peace, love, and light to you. Namaste. Thank you.